The air crackled with anticipation. In the heart of Sierra Leone, a religious ceremony was underway. President Julius Maada Bio was in attendance. It was a scene of solemnity and respect, but something wasn't right. Among the faithful, a face stood out. It belonged to a ghost, a man who should not have been there. Jos Lydekkers, one of Europe's most wanted fugitives, had emerged from the shadows. Captured in photographs and videos, Lydekkers' presence sent shockwaves across the globe. How could a man on the run, a convicted drug trafficker, find himself at such a high-profile event? The answer, it seemed, lay in the complex web of international crime and the porous borders of West Africa. Lydekkers' appearance was no accident. It was a brazen display of impunity, a stark reminder of the reach of organized crime. The images from that day spread like wildfire, igniting a manhunt that would span continents. Sierra Leonean authorities, caught off guard, were now thrust into the center of an international investigation. The world watched, waiting to see if the long arm of the law would finally catch up with Jos Lydekkers. Jos Lydekkers, known in the underworld as Omar Sheriff, was no stranger to the dark side of the law. His name echoed through police files, linked to a litany of crimes that stretched back years. Dutch authorities had convicted him in absentia for orchestrating the movement of 7 tons of cocaine. The sentence, a hefty 24 years. But Lydekkers was more than just a drug trafficker. He was a phantom, a master manipulator who operated in the shadows. His name was also whispered in connection with a sinister disappearance, that of Naima Jalal. Jalal vanished in Amsterdam in 2019, her fate a chilling mystery. Intercepted messages hinted at Lydekkers' involvement. The evidence was circumstantial, but the implication was clear. Lydekkers was dangerous, a man with a dark past and a network of influence that stretched across borders. Lydekkers' criminal empire was built on cocaine, the white powder that fueled his rise to power. He laundered millions, his ill-gotten gains hidden behind a veil of legitimacy. Gold, too, flowed through his fingers, another tool in his arsenal of wealth and influence. But his empire was built on a foundation of violence and intimidation. The hunt for Lydekkers was on. Europol, the European Union's law enforcement agency, placed him on their most wanted list. A hefty €200,000 reward was offered for information leading to his arrest. Dutch authorities, eager to bring their fugitive to justice, poured resources into the investigation. International cooperation was paramount. Leads were followed, informants questioned, and borders tightened. The trail led to Turkey, where Lydekkers was believed to have been hiding. Rumors swirled of high-level connections, of protection from corrupt officials. But the fugitive had left Turkey behind, seeking refuge in West Africa. Sierra Leone, with its lax security and history of corruption, seemed like the perfect place to disappear. Lydekkers' presence in Sierra Leone raised uncomfortable questions. How had he managed to enter the country undetected? Was he receiving protection from within the government? The answers were elusive, shrouded in a veil of secrecy and denial. West Africa had become a hub for drug trafficking, a crucial transit point for cocaine flowing from South America to the hungry markets of Europe. Sierra Leone, despite its denials, was part of this illicit trade. The recent discovery of suitcases filled with cocaine in an embassy vehicle bound for Guinea was a stark reminder of the country's vulnerability. Lydekkers' presence in Sierra Leone was a symptom of a larger problem. The country's weak institutions and porous borders made it an attractive destination for criminals on the run. The international community watched with concern, urging Sierra Leone to take decisive action against corruption and organized crime. The manhunt for Jos Lydekkers continued. The fugitive's image was plastered on wanted posters across West Africa. The dragnet was closing in, but Lydekkers was a slippery target. He was a master of evasion, adept at disappearing into the shadows. The question remained, would justice prevail, or would Lydekkers once again slip through the cracks?